Oh dear. Yeah. No, I don't know what's going on here, mate. It sounds good though. Good signal. Yeah, well, you're pretty good to me. Pretty good to me. Although, you know, you're about 5 and 4. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, 5'9", mate. 5'9". Actually, I'm lying. The radio's not switched on. I'm just pretending for the video.
He's a big mouth, you know. I know it all.
Don't listen to him. He's an nincompoop.
The guy is a radio genius, but he's got a hell of a lot to learn.
Hi everyone, this is Chris 2E0UKH, and if you enjoy these videos, comparisons, tests, demos, then consider subscribing, like the videos, share them any way you can. It helps the channel grow, and the more popular it gets, the more equipment I will look at. Right, hi everyone. Today I am looking at the Yaesu FT70. It's a dual band FM fusion radio. It's got digital on it, connects to the Yaesu system, and it's got a very wide super heterodyne receiver. It covers all the way from 108 up to 580 megahertz. It's AM in the air band and the rest is FM, and it's actually a very good receiver, a lot better than most radios you get nowadays that are digital. And I picked this up for $159 from Moonraker in the UK. Got a very good deal on it. I'd recommend getting one from there if you're interested. And I'm just going to go over the spec on the radio so you can see what it does. So I've just got the spec up on the screen here. It's a 5-watt radio, 1105 channels, wideband receive 108 to 580. It's got a VFO in it, proper VFO. You know, this is an old school type radio. It doesn't have a colour screen. It's got old school type VFO features. And if you want a radio that's very good on analog, this would be a very good one. So it does everything an analog radio would or ever has done. You can even search for CTCS tones. And you know, when you're sitting up on a high spot, you're picking up a repeater, you don't know what it is. Just transmits in the handbands, although you can. There is a mod. There's a rubber grommet underneath the battery. So that's about it. You know, system fusion, analog, dual band radio. So, like I was saying before in my initial impressions on the radio, I think the hardware on it is very good hardware. It's got very rugged feel to it. The keyboard's very good. Fantastic audio on analog and also on digital. Very good audio. It's a super heterodyne receiver, and quite a basic screen on it. Battery life is not incredible, although I have noticed if you pay no attention to the battery indicator on the screen, you get a lot more enjoyment out of it. You know, you've only got to key up a couple of times and the battery indicator comes on. If you ignore that, you'll get, I've had a good 10 hours out of it, both receiving and transmitting. You've got this channel selector on the top, the clicker knob, but there's no actual dedicated volume or squelch controls. Some people find this a bit awkward. You've got a button on this. You've got on-off there. There's an on-off power there, and above it is the volume control. Well, it's not a control. It's like a shift button. You press that in, and then using the up and down you can choose the volume. And there's a similar method for the squelch. There's a monitor button underneath it to hear what is below the squelch. I think there is. Mode. No, monitor. Yeah, that's a monitor button. And you've got a transmitter button there. And it's good, it's quite rugged. It's good design. The battery is probably the worst point on the radio. It's not terrible, but it doesn't compare to these other radios. But it's a small radio, so it's got a small battery. But you'll get a day's use out of it. Now, when you connect this to the computer, there's a really stupid thing Yaesu have done. I don't know what they were thinking. When you connect it to the computer, you have to plug in one wire, plug in another wire, hold a button in, remove another wire, and also remove the battery. There's a whole daft sequence they've come up with when you want to connect it to a computer, so I don't know what the hell they were thinking there. I mean, you're not going to have to do this very often, so it's not an issue. But if someone's got reduced visibility, you know, bad eyesight, or perhaps someone might only have the use of one hand, you know, it'd be flipping awkward. I really don't know what they were thinking. But in the box you get the programming cable, which is a nice touch. You know, I thought I'd be hit with that, have to go and buy extras for it. You can download the PC software free from Yaesu website. But I just don't know what they were thinking when, you know, these different steps you have to go to get it communicating with the computer. But that and the battery, that's the only bad things I can think about this radio. It's absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to do a little demo. Just going to get a contact on FM on a all-star repeater in my area, so you can hear what the audio quality is like. 2E0 UKH in the UK. Can I have a demo of the wind system, please? Yeah, can I have a demo of the wind system, please? It's Chris, 2E0 UKH in the UK.
Started off. This is Scott Key, 6IXQ, out in Quartzsite at Quartzfest, Arizona. Oh, good day. This is Kilo Alpha 4 Radio Mike. Jim in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where it's rainy and cold. Morning. This is KE7ATF, Las Vegas, Nevada. Good morning. This is N6TLL, Rockford, Michigan, and the weather here is 10 degrees.
Yeah, thanks very much for the demo, guys. It's Chris, 2E0 UKH. I'm just doing a review of this Yaesu FT70. If anyone could come back and give me your impressions on the audio.
N6TLL. I say your audio's a little low, but it's copyable. We're here in Rockford, Michigan.
Yeah, all understood. And that makes sense, actually, because I'm talking into a camera. So I'm not, I don't want to get too close to it and get myself in the video. I'm trying to point it at the radio. But, yeah, this is a Yaesu FT70, and it's FM and Fusion, and it's a super heterodyne. So I was just showing off some of the good audio quality on FM. Back to you.
Well, sounds very good now. A little bit low when you first came on, but right now it sounds good. This is Jim and 6PLL. We're over here in Rockford, Michigan, where it is 10.
Sorry, Chris, is that better? I was talking across the mic. I'm actually on a FTM 100 going through a MMDVM jumbo spot. I was on the 70 last time I spoke to you. Can't remember what setting I have it on. It's one of the menu settings. I think I have it on the mid setting. I think there's low, medium and high. Chris, back to you. Romeo Charlie.
Yeah, well, I normally back it off a little bit so it's not on maximum. That normally does the job. Anyway, thanks for coming back with the demo there. Much appreciated. I don't want to hog the room, and I don't want it to be too long. So thanks for coming back for the demo. 2E0UKH. So my verdict on the FT70 from Yaesu. It's an absolute fantastic radio, cracking bit of kit, very good receiver on it, wideband receive so you can use it as a scanner, loads of channels, it's super heterodyne so it's very good audio, the digital side of things is fine, works really well, easy to set up. When you access a Wires X room it's a little bit more involved. And I find the simplest method is to use, if you're using a hotspot or something, is to just select the room from a drop-down menu in Pi-Star. You can navigate the rooms on the radio itself. You have to press function and AMS. And there is a screen where you can enter the DTMF numbers for the rooms you want to join, but I've noticed some of them work, some of them don't work, and it's a bit of a pain, so I just use it from the drop-down menu. If you connect to a repeater that's going to be Fusion, chances are it'll be connected to a room anyway, but you can make these connections yourself. I prefer to do it on my hotspot. And, the hardware is really, really good. Battery is okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. You can always buy another battery. They're quite reasonable. Programming analog repeaters and everything like that and frequencies is a piece of cake. It's really easy. It's got a very good VFO on it. Put it in VFO mode. Choose your frequency. You've got a repeater button on shift function on 0, so function 0, and you can have repeater minus, plus or simplex, and you've got tones, tone type, squelch type, code, and a combination of these things you can alter the tone to open a repeater. And there's also a load of really simple menus, a bit like on the Yaesu 857. You long press the function and that's menu item 38, 43, 44. There's all these options, a bit like on the old Yaesus. If you wanted to alter the offset number, the frequency, whether it was minus 600, it's around here somewhere, repeater frequency. you'd go into there, you'd press function, and it's set at 0.6, and you can just alter it to what you want, and then press function again. You know, it's got a battery saver, mic gain. I'll just take you through these menus so you can see what they are. Auto power off. There's your mic gain. So it goes up to 9. I only had it on 5, so I'll leave it where it was, I think. So 63 menus there that you can alter all the basic stuff that you, for repeaters, not for repeaters, for just settings on the radio, and anything repeater wise is done with the repeater button and the squelch type and the code, apart from menu 46 where you can alter the offset. Just going to do one sweep of the band.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Cloud.
That's just a vol meter.
This is flight level 100 and B level 504 Barkway around 50 Papa. Good afternoon, we'll be landing at 1525. 2905, inbound Copenhagen, expect to land 1515. 005, before that's Newcastle 164, small 3805. Right in 005, it's Newcastle 124, 3805, bye. November, November 130. We said flight number 130, 60 November.